Dolls. They are every young girl's companion and friend. But dolls can represent much more in a youngster's life. In 1939, psychologist Dr. Kenneth Clark and his wife, the late Mamie Phipps Clark, used dolls to gauge ego and self-esteem in young black children. After asking the children questions about white and black dolls, the results shocked both the Clarks and the nation.
We found that black children knew that they were different, that they had lower status. They internalized in the development of their own self-image these negative stereotypes of the society, and the majority, 2 out of 3 of the children, rejected the brown dolls as being negative and bad, etc.
Here, Sir Jane, you can have Nancy. It's a present. Mommy just got it for me. I want that one. Frida's my friend. I've had her all my life. Mommy! Mommy!
Yes?
She took my doll.
Sarah Jane, where are your manners? Now give it back.
I don't want the black one.
The disturbing thing was when we asked them, show me the doll that's most like you, they then had to identify with the doll that they had rejected and had a deep sense of their own inadequacy and inferiority at that time.
The findings of that study were dramatic enough to catch the attention of the United States Supreme Court. Their 1954 ruling striking down the separate but equal doctrine and ordering school desegregation was influenced by the Clarks' so-called doll study.
We did not do the study for the court. We did the study as psychologists. But the lawyers of the NAACP, when they read our reports and studies, said that they thought it was quite relevant to the case of segregation and the effects of segregation on personality.
Since the '54 decision, America has inched begrudgingly slow toward the implementation of desegregation orders. The first battlegrounds were the South, places like Little Rock, the University of Alabama, and Mississippi. Later, the struggle moved north to places like Boston. Clark blames lack of self-esteem for many of the problems in the schools today, from high dropout rates to violence.
It will take more than laws. It will take more than court decisions. Obviously, churches haven't been particularly effective in helping people to be more humane in their relationship with their fellow human beings. And my feeling is that we will need a wide and deep approach to educating in our children, not to be hostile and inhumane.
To those who say desegregation didn't work and that we were probably better off in segregated schools, how do you respond?
Desegregation doesn't work because we haven't tried it. We haven't really reorganized our schools away from racial lines. You know, we haven't used our schools and educational institutions as a way of educating human beings to work and to respect others.
What relevance do you see to the doll study today?
Well, what I see now is that we have to help white children as well as black children to develop a positive, healthy sense of their own being, the self-respect. Racism, as I see it, is indicative of a lack of self-respect among all the groups. You don't hate other human beings if you have a positive sense of your own being. Have those dolls there as the beginning of communicating a sense of humanity and decency. I found, by the way, that in our studies, We did have some children who had parents or other adults who helped them in this, and they did not reject the brown dog. It can be done. You can teach children to respect themselves as a basis for respecting their fellow human beings.